get started.
Garrett?
Yep.
You want me to make announcement in the beginning or the end?
Let's do the beginning. Let's do the end of the open session. So in the middle.
Okay.
That makes sense? All right, good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing out there? We have a new stream deck where I'm going to have more buttons for the Zoom interaction with the classroom. I'm real excited. We're just setting it up, so there are going to be all sorts of new sounds and fun stuff going on in the future. I'm going to shut the door real quick because I'm easily distracted. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Who are we missing?
Brandon.
He texted me earlier. He should be here. He's late. And then Otto?
I love it because we get monies.
Look at that. Money for KW Cares. We got two people late.
Not coming today.
Otto's not?
No.
Okay, Otto's using his, Otto's not in today. Brandon should be here though. He texted me earlier. So that will be money for KW Cares as he comes in.
We agreed on 50.
We agreed on $50, yeah. So look at that. We're raising money for KW Cares. Thanks guys for joining us for the ALC up there in Zoom land. Thank you guys ALC for joining us today. Let's get started with our meeting and we'll go ahead and start the time at, what's our time here? Are we 10:02? 10:01, time starts. Let the record show Otto is out today and Brandon is out unless he shows up in the next couple minutes. Did he text anyone else say something was going to happen? He texted me earlier. Huh, all right.
He said he would be here when I saw him on Monday.
Yeah?
Yeah? No, Tuesday. Sorry, I mean.
All right, let's break it this way. We're still working on a new camera system, Zoom land, so we're trying to figure this out the bestest way, but this is the camera that we have for now, so this is what we're going to stick with until we get the new camera set up and everyone's working a little bit better on there. Okay, so first things first, guys. We're going to jump into culture in action. The first thing I want to show up here is I'm going to bring this over to Mike. Can you bring it over to the front over here so the ALC could see the
slides.
The slides? Yeah. And Zoom, just jump in if you guys have a question or jump in. We're going to have an open part where the ALC members are going to be going over their culture if you guys want to jump in and talk. Brandon's on his way. He's just had something come up, so he's going to have to pay $50. All right, Mike, can you hit the slide for me? All right. So we've been really focused, guys, is bringing culture back into the office, back into I think one of the binding things that has really brought KW what it is our culture. When I first joined Keller Williams, the culture is one of the things that kept me here. I feel COVID with everyone being stuck at home and not seeing everybody, we kind of lost focus on that a little bit. So every office meeting, everything that I'm talking about, everything I want you guys to be talking about is bringing back our culture and bringing back what's important to us. And we've done this every year. We know what it is, but really as being in the highlight and focusing of what we're doing. So first off, in all our businesses, we should have a MVVBP statement, right? But what is our Keller Williams MVVBP statement? Our mission at Keller Williams is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Who wants to share? Like, does this mean something to you guys? Does this mean, like, who wants to share what this mission is for our company and how it impacts for what you guys do and why you're here? Be brave. And by the way, we have room mics now, so they should be able to hear you. And if they can't, we'll throw out some mics on the side.
So for me,
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Drew. You first.
for me, it helps with the decision is already made.
Mm-hmm.
So when you confront a struggle or a challenge, right, then you can just come back to this and say, do I have a business worth owning?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Am I building a career worth having? Am I leaving a legacy?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of legacy am I leaving? So it helps with that piece of it.
Absolutely. Are we giving experiences worth giving? Are we giving
Right.
experiences in this office worth giving? Are we giving experiences to each other?
Right.
Absolutely.
I think it it keeps you centered. What's up, Otto?
Hey, $50 KW Cares. $50 KW Cares. Thank you, Otto, for your contribution.
I was gonna make you rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Otto, for the $50.
Otto, your tag's sticking up in the back.
Anyways, JD, thanks.
It keeps you centered. You know, the life wants to pull you in so many different directions, and when you focus on building a career that's worth having, a business that's worth owning, you know, the career worth having, you're thinking longevity, you know, retirements, and including the legacy, what you're leaving behind. A business worth owning, like what are your clients saying about you? You know, you really have to become your best self to provide that. Life's worth living, that spills into your life. You know, how you do one thing is how you do all things, so that directly impacts your family. And then experience is worth giving. You know, the more success we have, the more we can spread that out to different communities. Not just our office, our family, friends, the general public. They benefit from it.
Awesome. Yeah. John, you had something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say balance, right? We're always juggling, you know, what aspect of our business we're working on most, or what aspect of our life, right? Like, maybe sometimes we're focusing a lot on our life that's worth living, right? Like vacations.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling that right now, right? Been on a couple little mini vacations, kids are out of school, right? Trying to use the short time that we have on this little summer break, right? And you know, to me, this is balancing, right? Am I doing that, but am I also keeping up those experiences and keeping my business going, right?
Be able to leave that legacy and stuff like that. Is there any one on here that like sticks out more to you guys than the other? Hold on 1 second. Anyone more than like another that like, I don't know, for me like legacy is worth leaving. I think it ties into my big why. Like for me, I'm one of my probably my big why is living a legacy that my children are proud of. Like it's really important to me because I look at how my parents worked and how they did, and I really appreciate what they did, and I want to make sure my kids have the same way for me. So when I see legacies worth living, it just jumps out to me as like, what legacy am I leaving my children? What legacy am I leaving for myself? It's very important to me that I live that legacy, and I first have to build a career worth having, a business worth owning, then give the lives worth living to leave that legacy, which just stacks up. You had a comment?
Yeah, I don't know if I have a position to speak.
Oh yeah, you can go ahead.
But
this is open area. This is up for everybody.
this for me is my entire motivation for getting into real estate, because there's so many jobs that we have and that we can have that don't allow you to actually do any of this.
Mm-hmm.
You work a job and you're struggling to find your life and balance and everything. This is why I got into real estate in the first place, because you have the ability to grow, you have the ability to develop something larger than yourself and impact lives more than just impacting your own life, and set up something that's long lasting, longer than you can actually be here on this planet, something that can outlive you. That's the whole goal in developing a real estate form.
Awesome, man. Well said. And just capping right now too, by the way. Yeah, baby. I think you have a check coming. That's your first 2 checks, right? Coming, right? That are first cap-free checks.
Yeah, I'll try to.
That's what we're talking about, baby. Awesome. All right, let's hit our vision real quick.
Wait, I've got one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Is it
Yeah, jump
okay
in.
if I
Yeah,
infuse
please
the
jump in.
story? So, here's how the Y4C2Ts speak to me. So if I'm not using the Y4C2Ts in my actions or in my stories, then I really haven't learned it, right? So when I first became an agent, I was brand new to the company, did not have any experience, brand new real estate agent, did not have a clientele, and I used T for teamwork in my storytelling. Each of you have a story. Your story should be your elevator speech about yourself when you're talking to your clients. The way I connect with my clients were, I would tell them, I would ask them a little bit about themselves. Not only am I doing a buyer consultation or a listing consultation, but I'm also making sure that there's a connection there between the client and myself. So I ask them about themselves. Give me a little bit about you. Tell me what you want. And they always start with, well, how much do you want to know? And I say, well, how much would you like to share? And then they would go on and tell me about themselves. And then I go in and I share and say, is it okay? If they ask me, what's your story? I go into it. Oddly enough, not many did, but I still went into my story, but I just didn't make it very long. And so I would do bullet points of my life so that they could connect with me. And in that, I would end it with one of the Y4C2Ts. So for example, when I told my story about my past life and now that I'm in real estate, and just as it takes a village to raise a child, it also takes teamwork to close a transaction. Let me tell you about my team. Remember, I was a brand new agent. My team was my MCA, was my agent services person. It was all those that were my team leader. Everyone on the staff was my team. So it was important that I infuse that in my part of my story. So I challenge each ALC member and each agent on this call or sitting there to practice their story, make their elevator speech short and to the point about their life while they're connecting with the agent, and that's what you would use, and use one of the Y4C2Ts to connect to connect your story to it. Does that make sense?
Can you give us an example of yours?
Yes. So my story was that I would tell the clients that I was brand new. I never hid the fact that I was new. So I always said I've been a business owner since I was 22. But as a real estate owner, I've been in the business for 6 months. And as it takes a village to raise a child, it also takes a team to close a transaction. I'm blessed to be affiliated with a company that has, of course, a broker, which is required by California, but I have more than that. I have a compliance officer that takes a look at the transactions before I get into escrow. I have a team leader who not only has a team a small team like other agents may have, but he runs or she runs an office of 300 real estate agents, and that's their team. So he's able to navigate through problems and issues if we come across them. I have somebody with the financials know-how, and he or she, in that case it was a she at that time and a she today, so she's able to navigate and help us to make sure if there's any questions in regards to finances. I have an escrow team on my side that is able to, although escrow is neutral, they will also help us. They have a fiduciary duty to me as well, and will help us navigate through the transaction if you have solar or if you have something on your title. So I'm blessed to have all of these people. Oh, I would go into the marketing, by the way. I would say I have an agent services person who also does marketing for us and can guide us and help us to market your property. So all of these people, you're not just hiring me. You're hiring a team of people. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so it would, and then I would attach that to, I would say, I did Maxwell's teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Love it.
But, yeah, so you just attach it. Most agents, by the way, back in those days, I say those days, because it was 2004, 2004. So back then, a lot of the agents and those were on the ALC, because I was just a spectator back then, and they did that, and they would, most of them chose win-win or no deal, which, honestly, it's a great one. I don't know that you guys really understand it, because I would challenge you to watch a video on win-win or no deal, because win-win, a lot of agents believe win-win is a 50%, like 50% you, 50% me, and that's not necessarily the case. It could be a 80-20, and it's a win-win, right? Do you feel like you're winning on a referral agreement? And that's 25%, right? So a lot of agents think of win-win as a 50-50 kind of deal, and it doesn't, not financially and not always in everything, right? It's just giving a little to get more, or to get what's more valuable for you or your client. So I say that open it up, everyone kind of just goes to win-win, no deal. No, open it up, take a look at that whole thing, depending on your story. Tell your story first to yourself, write those bullet points down, and then go look at the Y4C and see, okay, which one of these attached to my story?
Love it.
Awesome. Thanks, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump a little bit over to the culture in action. Mike, just 'cause for time's sake, we'll skip over the other couple for now. Just the next one. Okay, culture in action. Now, you guys out in Zoom land, this might be harder for you to see. You might have to zoom in on your computer stuff, but ALC, you guys have one of those in front of you. So culture in action this is the culture that we'd expect to showcase, and it especially starts with us here at leadership. It starts with you, it starts with our agents to have that culture within this building. So if you look at it, the first culture in action at the very front, it says behavior is a standard of how we behave, right? So there's 52 items of culture in action. What I want to have you guys do is take a minute and read through them, and let's find three items that you could focus on for the next ALC meeting that are going to be highlighted and put up in your office or in front of you, the things that you are going to do this next month, no matter what, right? JD, I don't know if you're going to be able to accomplish number 8.
I know, that was gonna be tough.
All right, and as they're reading through these guys, I will read them out loud for you guys in Zoom as they're reading through them. The first thing is behavior, being the best co-op associate possible, always respecting others, right? 2, doing the right thing without wanting to be recognized or acknowledged for it. 3, complimenting others regularly. Being part of the solution and not part of the problem at the market center. That's a good one. Taking the high road on confrontational issues and point out differences. Living up to the covenant that you all signed if you are on the ALC. Representing the market center and the company in the positive way. Always smiling at others in the market center regularly. Speaking without profanity, Judy. Avoiding disparaging remarks about anyone, especially associates who leave KW to join a company. After all, many of them come back. In fact, guys, we hug people when they leave, and we wish them the best. And we give them the love and support when they're gone. And we want them to succeed.
COVID hugs.
We give them COVID hugs. We don't give them COVID, John. We give them hugs, and we want them to come back, right? Because the goal is, guys, is we have an open door, and we want them to, if they don't get the experience, the culture of what they get where they're at, that they come back. And if we don't do that when they leave, if we kick them in the butt, they're never coming back.
So the value of love.
Show the love. Honor. Be considerate of the market center staff, especially the team leader. Consider the other person's viewpoint before responding. Hey, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Let's use that. Honoring the policies and protocol of the region regarding recruiting. And building a market center, never recruit associates from another KW market center. And building a team, never recruit associates from within your market center without first discussing it with the team leader. And building a team, never recruit associates from any other market center without first discussing it with both the other team leader and the rainmaker. And building an expansion network, never recruit associates from other KWs without discussing it first prior to the team leader. And actions, guys, this is where we'll be making decisions that are right for the market center regardless of the individual impact. There's no I in team. This is too much to read. Have you guys read it through and highlighted some stuff? What are we doing? Who wants to go first and share the first thing they're gonna do?
I'm gonna be taking the high road on confrontational issues or points of difference.
Taking the high road.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm known to be a little hot-headed, so I will be better at that. I will try.
You know, you will.
Yeah.
There is no try. You're
I
gonna
will.
excuse not to do
I
it.
will.
You will.
I will.
Yeah, you had it and you should
Yeah.
try.
I will do it.
You will do it.
Yes.
Awesome. Who else?
Putting God and your family first and the business second.
Ooh, look at that. God, family, then business, right?
Yes, sir, because if
It's our belief system right
you're
there.
good with God and you're not good with your family, then you're gonna do well, in your business.
Absolutely. Awesome. What else are we doing?
So the 3 that I picked, speaking without profanity. I do have a potty mouth, so that's for sure one. being considerate of the market center staff. I think I do a good job of communicating with them and, letting them know how good they are and how important they are, but could always do more, I think. And then be excited about building your downline by asking others, will you promise me that you will take my team leader's call? I want to be more purposeful on that.
Nice.
The first person is going to be Ty Ingram, so.
Love it. Perfect.
So those are mine.
I think Ty blocked me. Just kidding. Veronica, Otto, what are you guys going to be doing?
I would say number 3.
Number 3,
Yeah.
complimenting others regularly. Yeah. Am I looking handsome today? All right. Just want to make sure.
I think I would do the 20.
Number 20, putting God and your family first and business second. Awesome. Remember, we're doing 3, so one's not enough.
Put your husband next.
What else we got? Eliana?
Thank you.
I feel that I do most of these,
Awesome.
Is there one you can do more of?
What's one?
Yes.
What can we do the best?
39 is of being excited to build your downline.
Ooh.
With profit.
Oh, we need to talk, girl.
Yeah,
Look at that.
more of that. And then I like the, was it the active, committing around an act of kindness every day.
Huh?
Bring it
I
back.
mean, awesome. What if we all highlighted number 46? Oh no, I'm sorry.
47, 48, 49.
Hold on, where'd it
All
go?
of those, right? Yeah, all of those.
So these are good ones.
Where'd it go? I just was highlighting the one I wanted you guys all to highlight. Oh, number 45. Hitting your monthly and annual production goals.
Yeah.
Wow, to be in control.
Oh, I don't.
Hit
On
your
the bottom.
on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Oh.
Hitting your monthly and annual production goals. Wow, we set up our goals for
51.
that.
I guess.
51.
Can it be the same person?
Well, you might have someone to call and give it 7 hugs a day. Remember, if you're giving a hug to some people, you gotta do side hugs. Side hugs, especially with Otto.
I think with 45, the first step is putting our numbers up on the wall.
The first step is getting your numbers
See,
up,
I
right?
think we're all there now.
I hope so. I think we all committed to it before we signed on the ALC. It took us a while to get it up, but they're finally up. I see there was a few numbers, but we should be doing it at the beginning of the month, get those numbers up. We shouldn't have to wait till the second week of the month when we're here to show our numbers unless we're embarrassed or it's not a priority. And it's okay if we're
And then,
embarrassed, but that's what goals to make us better.
There's a report that you can just print out and it'll give you your numbers.
Yeah?
So it's not that hard.
No? It's a 4 conversations numbers you could print out for it. And if you have to know what your listings, your appointments are. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to track is your appointments, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we all have 3 things highlighted. All right? So we're going to bring this back next ALC meeting, and we're going to have our success rate of 1 to 10, how well we did. If you're giving 7 hugs a day, that means you're giving 7 times 3 is 21, 210 hugs. Well, I guess you're not here 7 days a week, but you are, right?
5 days.
So if you did 210 hugs, then you got a 10 out of 10 on that one. If you gave 14 hugs, you got a 2 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10, right? If we hit our monthly goals on our things and we missed our monthly goal, do we get a 10 out of 10? No. All right, we're all on the same page?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, let's jump into our committees and what's going on with our committees, what's going on out there. I'm going to ask you guys to do something a little bit different because we have people on Zoom. I'm going to have you guys stand up and do they need a mic or can they hear him good enough? Mic, they can hear him good enough. So I want you guys to stand up, come here, maybe actually come on the camera and let's spin the camera around to talk to Zoom. Come here, you have 2 little marks right here. And then you're going to just present, and we'll go to the other camera, Mike. That camera. There it is. And you're going to present to Zoom and everyone in here, guys, what's going on in your committee. You guys know what to do. So we'll start with growth.
Hear ye. 4 scores and 7 years ago. All right, guys. So my name's JD. This is my good friend Otto here. We're in charge of growth. And growth's goal for the year is 40 realtors, whether that's through co-brokes, new licensed people coming in that came in through the school or that we brought to the school, or just any new licensed people that have their licenses and want to bring it back to active. So we want to bring 40 people to the office. We want to do that through our office events, co-brokes, and networking events. So some of the old news that we have, KW Trial Pass. We do have a trial pass. JC, did you got one? You grab one? I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's in the beta stage right now, so we don't have a lot of them, but if you are interested in getting some, please reach out to me and we'll discuss a strategy on how we're using them. But bottom line is the trial pass on the front, you can fill it out with your agent name and number. It has the office number, office address. On the back, it has the QR code for the calendar, and it's good for one social event, education event, or, can I see that real quick, Otto? Or any kind of class. So where's the camera at? Is it over there? Can you take that over there real quick? Do it. Thank you. Just so you guys can see it, reach out to me if you'd like to have some copies of those. I got more coming. You're not gonna be able to see
It's
it.
gonna be too blurry.
It's okay. I'll get an email out. I'll get an email out for it.
There you go, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it looks
See that
like.
nice blurry?
You might be better off on that back camera.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll send an email out to everyone so you can see what it looks like. I have been personally using, I just put a whole bunch in my truck. I have some in my office. Anywhere that I can place them, I place them. And mainly in my truck, what ends up happening is I'll be out getting gas, I'll be at a restaurant or whatnot. I come across someone that I thought provided good service. I'm like, hey, have you ever thought about joining real estate? Here's some of our classes that you can attend, free one on me. Here's my name, here's my number. The last time I used it, I was actually door knocking. The lady gave me a referral for a cash buyer, but she also said she wanted to get into real estate, so I gave her that one. That just happened a couple days ago. Co-broke closing gifts. So we really want to focus on nurturing our relationships with co-brokes. We found, through talking to our team leaders and other people in growth, that recruiting isn't about, cold calling and trying to change their mind. It's more about building and nurturing a relationship. So when they are ready for a second opinion, we already have that relationship. So the easiest way is with co-brokes, and what we're gonna start doing is closing gifts. So just like we do closing gifts for realtors, we wanna have closing gifts for our co-brokes. I'll have a class that's gonna be coming up here soon, a profit share class, and I'm gonna be giving away 3 of these co-broke gifts to agents that reach out to me. The company's called Crumble, and they have really good cookies. They're like custom cookies. They're really big cookies. It's $30 and they'll ship it anywhere you want with the letter on it. So we're working on the co-broke closing gifts. We also have a virtual script class that we are now going to be opening up to the public. They can observe virtually if they would like. If they don't want to join in and get into it, then they can observe virtually. If you guys are interested in that, we can send you the link to that. WCR events, so we have a few members in our office that are part of WCR events. So as growth, we committed to showing support. We also want to be an influence within our WCR community. So they had a teas and hats. What was it called, Jackie?
The spring tea.
Spring tea. It was actually really cool. Eliana was a guest speaker. Everyone had these really cool hats and teas. Growth committee was there just to show support, but we also got to talk to other agents in the office so they experienced our culture. And KW Smart Plan. So one of our growth members, Charlie, he said, hey, I got all these people that I send to real estate school, and then I really don't keep in contact with them. So how can I? Through Command, there's actually recruiting smart plans in 90-day increments, so 30, 60, and 90. So we have those available. We can get those out to you if you'd like to start to use those. Some of the successes that we've had is completing the smart plans, using the trial passes, and completing our co-broke closing gifts. The next thing that is coming up for us is we are working on doing like a mobile career night presentation for different organizations. The first place that we're going to do it at is Aerospace High School. We're going to have a day there where we have about an hour, and a group of us is going to go there just to do a career night for them to see if we can get somebody to join real estate or join the real estate school. So that's coming up, and the intention is to use that in other places as well. We're trying to get into the AV college. We're still working on that one, and maybe some future job sites like Target or someplace like that. We're going to start doing a monthly profit share class. The next one is going to be June 24th is when we have it slated on. It's going to be a very simple class. Not very long, but it just goes over scripts and strategies that we're using to nurture our relationships. And then I know Otto's excited about this one. We have a July 1st event coming up. It's more like a social event. It's not really a Kellerized kind of thing. It's the Waffle Kitchen? So what, we moved it to the first.
Oh, to the first, okay.
We picked July 1st specifically because we figured July 2nd, which is Friday, everyone's gonna be heading out of town and getting ready to enjoy their 4th of July weekend. So we picked July 1st because that's when we think people are gonna start to check out, and it's a free event for them to come attend. It's gonna be at the Waffle House, July 1st, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you bring a guest that is interested in joining the school, joining real estate, or making the move over to KW, then you'll get a free ticket for drinks. We have a sponsor for drinks. There's gonna be raffles there. KW Cares will be there to host some raffles. And we also have a really cool charity event that we're working on. You guys are gonna hear more about it in the future. It's called Kicks for Kids. So we're gonna tie that in there as well. Again, we didn't wanna make it all about Keller Williams. We just want it to be a place where it's neutral, that people can gather and enjoy each other's company, experience our culture. And so we wanna use the Kicks for Kids things to be a neutral base that everyone can kind of chip in on. And then the next WCR event is July 24th, Cornhole Tournament, right? So Growth will be there. How everyone can get involved with these things, number one is attend our July 1st event. You'll be seeing flyers and things go out here shortly. Attend the WCR events. We're gonna go as a group. We want to make sure that we're influential within there. Attend the monthly profit share class. If you're just interested in getting some more ideas on how you can nurture these co-brokes or talk to just people in general. I know Garrett came from another place, Target, right? Claim Jumpers.
Michael's?
Mike.
I've worked at all those places. Those
Yeah.
are all places I have worked.
You're remembering.
Yeah.
And buying your co-brokes, those closing gifts, and practicing the scripts that come along with it. So the crumble one, the script that comes along with it is, hey, working with a realtor like you is always a treat. I'd like to drop off a special thank you gift. Is it okay if I buy a coffee and drop you off a gift, token of my appreciation? And again, it's just nurturing the relationship. No one does that, so you'll definitely stand out. And the last thing would be join the growth committee. We're always looking for new members. If you don't feel like joining, but you just want some accountability around growth, you can reach out to me or Otto, the growth committee, or the team leaders. They're more than happy to create some accountability around there. And that's pretty much it. Otto, you got anything? Did we hit everything?
Next time, can JD talk more and Otto talk less?
I will make sure of that one.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Otto's this is the moneymaker right there. I'm the voice. I have a face for radio, so I need him just to stand up here.
I have a face for radio.
Does anyone out there in Zoom have questions regarding growth, or any up in here? You guys have any questions for the growth committee, or anything that you would like to jump in?
JD Otto, I was just wondering that Waffle House thing, is it possible to have that blasted through GABA? Since it's not a KW thing,
Good question.
could you?
We'll look into it. I'm sure we can. I'll reach out to Gabar. We'll reach out to
We gotta
Gabar.
double check, 'cause we're not allowed to have 50 people in there. Only 50 people, because it's space.
Oh, yeah.
We'll look into it. Good idea. Thank you.
I need that sign up for the cornhole.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, guys. Sounds great. All right, who do we got next? We got, hit the button for me because I don't remember. Culture. Culture committee. That's it?
No.
Okay,
Well, culture is cares. Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Culture is KW cares.
Oh, I know there's no need for that.
I know.
Our cares committee. I mean, hey, it's all the same.
Hi, I'm Alex and I'm an alcoholic.
Wow. Hi,
Alex,
guys.
that's Tuesday nights.
Oh,
Tuesday nights.
sorry.
Tuesday nights, Alex.
Fridays. All right, so old business, we have, we flocked Steve Burton's house.
Yeah, baby. How'd that
He
go?
donated $200 to KW
Nice.
Cares. Thank you,
Yay.
Steve, if you're online. And then Red Day was a huge success. How many people came to Red Day?
We had 71 people that had.
71
right
people
on.
came to Red Day. Thank you guys for coming and supporting our
Can we hold on, pause real quick? I've been with the company 5 years. I've never seen that many people at Red Day before. Fantastic job, guys. That was a great event. Great idea. Everything was fantastic. Good job, guys.
Wow.
That
Thank you all for coming, and let's make the next Red Day better.
was, yeah.
All right, and then new business, we already already picked someone to flock next house, for.
Well, you can't announce that. You
No,
gotta-
we're gonna announce the date, that way, you know, no one gets their rifles or guns out. We're just doing something friendly and, you know, keeping the culture alive. So we're actually gonna do it, next week, actually, June 14th, around 9 PM, right? So,
If I want to go with you guys, how do I get involved? with that?
just come,
Meet here at the office at 9:30.
yeah.
What if
No,
you're doing my
nine,
house?
yeah.
Will you tell me?
Nine,
Because
I'm
drive
like,
to my house.
Yeah.
nine.
Well, blindfold you, you
Meet
still
at the
gotta
office
put
at
it in.
9.
And
So you
then-
know what, we'll be posting that, if anybody wants to join, just to get involved.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're doing the waffle kitchen event with JD and Otto. We got some vendors already. We still have to get in touch with. Well, we already got in touch with them. We're just gonna see what kind of items they want to donate, so we can do the raffle. And then so far, KW has raised $6,015.
Nice.
Our annual goal right now is 10,000, so we're more than halfway there.
Yeah, baby.
You know, we're pretty happy about it. You know, we definitely wanna keep on doing the raffles to, just contribute to
Bring more
KW
money.
Cares.
Yeah. Okay, so,
What's your name?
Jacqueline, hi, I did say that from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but I think most of us know the situation with Carlos Pius. So he reached out to me, and I know he reached out to Sam or Faye. I think Sam, I could be wrong, but Sam has talked to KW International
Yeah.
about trying to get some funds for him, because he will be out for a little while due to his surgery that he just got. I will be creating a GoFundMe page today, so I need all of you guys to please get involved, please share the page. If you're able to donate, that's fantastic. All the money that's raised, we will be giving it to his wife, so she can take care of anything that they need, because he's gonna be going through a hard time the next couple months. So, aside from that, obviously, we've all decided that KW Cares will donate also $1,000, so when we get all of those funds in, we'll take care of that. So like Alex said, the goal was 10,000. In order for us to be able to raise more, we have to have more events, more raffle prizes. We have to just ultimately get more money into the account, because as money's coming in, money's also going out. We thought about doing an event. It's still up in the air. We don't know the exact date, but we're thinking sometime September, October, just because it won't be so hot then. We're thinking something like a carnival type of event where we're gonna have 40 different vendors. If we can do it here in the parking lot, use a 24-hour parking lot. We can charge the vendors $100. That'll give us $5,000 just with charging vendors $100 each.
So like a boutique thing? Is that
Well,
what you're?
kind of more like a carnival, because
Okay.
we can have, like a Jolly Jump for the kids, food trucks, games, and then the businesses can come out, they can sell whatever it is that, they're offering or whatnot.
I think it sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Let's get more details on it. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that's still in the works, we just have to finalize, the date, and then hopefully, I don't know if we're gonna need some kind of permission from the mall, or.
That's the hard part, is getting permission to make sure we're kosher with everything. We've done things in the past. I think it depends on the size, is how much attention we'll get.
Yeah.
But we'll have to look at that. That'd be cool.
Okay. And then we did discuss a chili cook-off. I don't know if that's something that we're still looking to do,
Yeah,
but
when-
that is something that has definitely brought in some money in the past.
I love chili.
When does that usually take place? Around?
Normally, it's the beginning of, it's a spring event.
Spring.
In the past, I think it's been spring. We've done it, 4 or 5 years in a row, but then COVID.
Yeah, it's always like in March.
March,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so we can do
It's okay to do it later.
Do it anytime. You let me know. I'll bring some chili.
Yeah,
I'll
everyone loves the chili
I'll
cook-off.
make some chili.
I think if we find a time to make it work, now
Yeah.
that we're open back up, there shouldn't be any issues on that side. I think it'd be great.
Okay. So now we'll just plan on getting a date together. Let me see what else. Okay, so the Kicks for Kids. Prior to the meeting, I met with Juan. He's actually a founder for a church. It's called The Well. It is an online church, so they don't have an actual building. But the goal is to get 1,000 pairs of shoes for 1,000 kids. So it's either sponsoring a child. He will literally send us a list of all the kids' names with their shoe sizes. You can purchase a shoe. We're looking from anywhere from $35 to $40 to spend on a shoe, nothing ridiculous. If you do not have the time to get it, you can give me or Jimmy more of the money. Alex will be involved, JD will be involved. We can go shopping for them.
Awesome.
We will give you guys receipts as a tax write-off. The event itself will be July 31st, so they're gonna do it at the elementary school, hold on, Tamarisk Elementary School. And, they're gonna have newspapers there. Another, real estate office is also involved, so we definitely wanna,
Who?
Jose.
Oh, we gotta beat
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
That's Corcoran or
yeah,
Taro.
so
We can't
far-
lose to them.
I
We
know.
have to squash that.
If they bring 100, we bring 10,000.
So they're already, so they are already at 300 pairs of shoes.
They are already at
They
300?
already are.
So then we need
Wow.
30,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So the goal was, we're pushing for 200. If we can get more, that's fantastic. But so far,
The goal's 1,000 now.
yeah.
We should have more.
I think we
So
literally,
how do we,
I think we
get the
literally need to
agents-
double it.
How do we tie in the agents to make this a win,
Call your
win,
sphere.
win?
So
This- Go ahead.
he was planning on, I don't know when our next, meeting is, like our big office meeting, but he can come
Next
in,
week.
literally 10 minutes, he can tell you all about what the plan is,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately, he's gonna create all the marketing for us. Everybody can just share the flyer, like I said, if you.
Next
we're all
Thursday at
busy.
10, he's got 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's already done.
Next Thursday at 10, okay. Yeah, anybody that wants to participate that day, they definitely can, but we also have a car show happening that same day, of course. So we are definitely gonna need hands on deck because we have 2 different places we have to be at
Awesome.
for KW Cares.
So what can we do to get the agents involved, not just with bringing in shoes, but calling their sphere, getting their, like, it's gotta be a win where I could use this event now to go generate business
Absolutely.
and help.
I'd be putting it at my open houses, flyers if you
Oh.
can, take them to your open houses, cause I mean, who doesn't like to give,
Would-
you know?
Yeah.
Is there someone in the CARES committee that may be able to put together a small, single-page action plan, how to get in business for kicks, shoes for kicks? Call your database and this script, open houses, this flyer, some sort of quick action plan that agents could use for the next month to generate and help door knock your neighborhood this way, right? We
Yeah.
tie in this event with also productivity.
Yeah,
If you're gonna call your database anyways, why not call for this event? It's double, if you're gonna door knock your neighborhood or your farm, why not for this event?
right.
Right.
If I have a list of names or size of shoes, would you be willing to, we're just looking to raise shoes, right? And then
By the way, do you know?
that way it's a win, 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 win. All I do is win, hands go up and they stay there, right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right? All right, awesome, love it.
That's it.
Thank you guys. Oh, before you leave.
Oh, wait,
Zoom
questions,
land,
questions.
anyone out here or Zoom? Amy got a question?
Hey, it's not a question, I just wanted to kind of add about the Carlos. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, I just wanted to add about the Carlos Paez piece, because I did talk to him yesterday. So actually, Iman, is sending to KW, or sending the application to Carlos. I speak to Carlos quite frequently, and so, that application has not been submitted. He is going to need some help with that application. I told him that I would help him, do that. That's the KWRI CARES application. If one of you guys could step up and help out as well with that application process, that would be great. Iman can give you the information, and I just wanted to let you know that he does not want to do a GoFundMe page. After talking to him yesterday, he said the percentages coming out of the GoFundMe is way higher. I guess they take a certain percentage, so you want to maybe contact him because he has a different page that he would, like that to
So
happen.
instead of GoFundMe, it's
So
like
you
a
might wanna,
fund
you
me
might wanna
for
text
this.
him, he's good at text.
Sure, okay, just shoot a
Okay.
text before to make sure, okay, awesome,
Yeah.
thank you. Anybody else have anything for culture? You guys, any ALC, anything?
Great, no problem.
Alright, great job, guys. Thank you. Alright, next we have, I put it random social. Oh, Brandon.
One-man show.
One man show.
I'll go up there with you. Come on. Just kidding. You don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm Alex.
How you doing? I'm gonna talk to you guys, and you're already here.
Well, they gotta see you in the camera.
Come on, man.
You got it, there you go.
Hello, I'm Brandon, if you guys don't know that.
Here.
Well, we don't have any old business. We do have new business. And it's something that is a big deal. It's the Capper party, the Capper party.
Capper party.
And I don't know, when do we present the budget, when do we vote, is that now, or is that?
We'll do it after in the
Okay.
next, once we kick out the audience.
So we're gonna keep it short and sweet. We locked in the date, September 10th. It's gonna be at Lena Druby's house.
Awesome.
She has a barn, completely remodeled. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be a Western thing.
Oh.
So we're gonna have some barbecue. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna have a riding bowl. It's gonna be sweet.
Some line
Riding
dancing.
bowl?
A riding
Oh,
bowl.
what could
Very
go
cool.
wrong?
Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
Only
Someone's gonna get some
everything.
teeth knocked
What is this?
Yes, so September 10th, we'll start at 6 p.m. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have some games over there. Make it a little bit different from the other times. You know, it's gonna be inclusive and everything like that. But remember, yeah, September 10th, we'll start it at 6 p.m. We're working at all the tentative details. Once we have everything locked in, budget approved, what we're gonna go ahead and do is start doing the promotion.
Awesome.
So everybody can know about it. We're
Mark your
thinking,
calendars.
yes, mark your calendars. Other than that, we're gonna have some kind of recognition for the cappers. At the previous capper parties, I don't think we have, I mean, the ones that I've been to, haven't had really any real recognition for the cappers, so we thought it would be a good idea to actually give recognition for the people there, maybe wear something or provide something for those individuals, you know, who are producing like that. Especially in this year, you know, really celebrate them that you did good last year in 2020. We'll also have our sponsors. We're gonna have, we're going back and forth with a live band or a DJ. Probably leaning more towards a DJ because, you know, you can have more variety of music, right? But maybe the band will be more engaging, but we'll figure that out. Then we're gonna be working for the Christmas party after that. We need to lock in a venue, and we have it between 3 different venues right now. I'm not even frame. We have it between, I keep moving back. We have between 3 different venues right now, both the Rancho Vista golf courses, and then we have the MOA. I think that'd be really cool to do it there. And it's actually the most affordable one, but we need to work the details out yet, and we're still confirming. We need to get it confirmed by the end of the week for sure, because you know everybody else is probably in the same situation we're in right now, going through the COVID. Like, I don't know, should we plan it? Should we not? So we need to get on top of the ball before we miss out and don't have somewhere to go and end up doing it in the training room, right?
Yeah, that won't be nice.
Yeah.
Right, so that we're thinking to put it on December 3rd, so it's earlier in the month. Not to have it too late. People start to shop for Christmas gifts, you know, getting all busy, so I think it's the first weekend of December to have that. That, we don't have that. We're gonna work first on the cappers party because that's tentatively in September, so a couple months away. And before then, we're gonna be piggybacking off the July 1st event, and we're gonna kind of make that a social thing, as well as growth and everything right there. Maybe do the chili cook-off somewhere in between, but we kind of already have a lot of stuff going on.
Chili sounds like October is a good month because there's not much going on
That's
there.
normally
And it's
when I
starting to
get
get cold
And
then
it's
too.
cold,
So
you want some
Yeah.
hot chili, end of October, early November.
Fall festival.
I think
we could do like a
We've always-
costume party chili
Yeah.
cook-off.
Yeah, we've always done chili on
Yeah.
Halloween. With my family, we've always done chili on Halloween. That's our Halloween meal.
Awesome.
Great.
For anyone that wants to join social committee, what are we doing? What's the goal?
Please come to social committee. We need hands on deck. Same thing, everybody. And obviously, more people we have, more conversations, new ideas coming along. You know, different ideas is always good. So, you know, we're gonna be meeting every first Wednesday of the month at 10 a.m. Social committee. So come in the next one here in the training room, or you can tune in on Zoom, but just come in person is better. See your face. Yeah.
Awesome, thank
So
you.
we can give hugs to each other and stuff.
Alright, the next committees, you guys only have about 5 minutes to go through quickly,
Right.
because they all took so long, which is good. I know you're sweating. Darn it. Alright, education, tech. Oh, Andy, we're missing Andy. That's who we're missing.
I don't have education, but I can.
Alright, you're filling for, you'll be up there by yourself and fill in for
That's fine.
I'm texting right now.
All right, so tech committee, so we're supposed to go over what our goal is for the year, right?
Yep.
So our goal is to have 50% of the office have 90% or better scores on their database in command. And those relate to phone numbers, emails, and addresses, okay? So we've held several classes in order to help that to happen. And every class have had less people and less people show up. So we definitely need hands on deck. There's a lot of fun stuff going on, but we are also business owners and we need to focus on our business. We need to come to the fun stuff because that's how we get
The
the
business
energy, right?
funds the fun stuff.
We need that energy in the office again. So I love that there's all these classes coming up. And a couple of things that I circled on my things that I'm gonna do are, in my opinion, helping to bring back some of that culture that I feel like I'm missing, right? And I'm not being a part of it, which is complimenting and smiling through the office, right? I think we've lost a couple people in the last couple of months that have helped that to dwindle, and I want to be a part of that coming back. So help me with that. Gary Keller said his goal is for all of us to be tech-enabled agents and not agents enabling technology, right? So in order for us to be able to be tech-enabled and to use technology and to grow our business and stay with the times and actually do more is to understand what we have available to us. And a huge part of that is the free command database that we have and all of the many things that are in that. So what I'm looking for, we tried to give away $100. We had $100 to give away to anybody that would just come and tell me that they put 100 people in their database, and nobody did it. So that wasn't incentive enough. So what I'd like to know, I'd like input from the 2 people that are on Zoom and anybody in this class. What can we offer? What kind of a class can we offer through technology to get you guys excited, to help you want to actually use command and grow your business?
Maybe to where it's more engaging, like a workshop, like a one-on-one. You sit there and go and say, hey, let's pull up your database.
We could do
Let's
that.
sit and go
That'd be
through
good.
it and see how can we fix this.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people come and ask me about command and how to use it, and I know Ken does a good job at putting those videos on there, but I don't think the videos are enough for some people. They need that interaction, so I think that's really great.
Like a little-
Okay,
We
so
could
a
hold
workshop,
it, yeah.
one-on-one, we've got that. I mean, we've got Mike in the office every day
Right.
that we can book time with. But yeah,
Workshop day, like come today.
But I think if like, it's like if Brandon's here and I'm here, or people
what
that's
do
actually
agents
using
want
it.
typically though? What is
yeah,
it?
that's what I'm looking for. What-
Leads, right? Like what, right? If I said, come to this class, you'll get leads, right? And maybe it's gonna cost you $20, and the workshop is, we all put an ad on social
There you
media.
Yeah.
And it's gonna cost you $20 to run the ad, and you're gonna come in and you're gonna sit down and we're gonna go through the workshop and get the ad live.
Yeah, that.
You think people,
Yeah.
would you show?
Yes.
Let's be honest, as ALC,
Yes.
would you show up
Yes.
to that class?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious because we did an ads class.
We did it.
Right.
And we had a grand total of,
Like 10 people.
we didn't have anybody on Zoom. We
Yeah.
had like one person on Zoom for a couple of minutes, and we had like a couple of us in here.
Yeah. And that class though was a teaching. It wasn't
I
a
think-
workshop
That's
where
true.
you
I
bring
think-
your laptop
Okay.
and
What-
we are gonna get that ad live and you will get leads.
What if, as ALC, each of us commit to bringing one person? That would at least bring what, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
That's
8,
14
9.
people.
at least one. That would be more than
Yeah.
what we had last time.
So JD,
Yeah.
maybe we can have more than one person.
You tell me the number, I'll.
Maybe 5? That's it.
Guys, remember that that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Plain and simple. If you can't bring one person to a class, that means you have no influence, you have no leadership. You are the leadership council.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple. So if you're unable to bring one person to a class, is ALC the right spot for you? If you can't bring 2, 5 should be easy.
Yeah.
You have influence within this office. Every one of you have a lot of influence. If one of you guys made a call to people that you had, I'm gonna be at this class, come with me, let's get some leads. If you can't get 5,
I could bring
then you
5.
don't have influence, right? And so, I'm not saying 5 is a goal, I'm just saying that you have to realize that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And so if you can't commit to 1, we have issues, right? We need to work on that. We have.
I'd like to add to what you said as well. You said, I'm not saying that the 5 is a goal, I say 5 is a minimum standard. Because as a leader, if I'm unable to influence 5, remember I talk about the Fave 5? Those of you who spent some time with me, I talk about the Fave 5 all the time. That in a committee, that if you don't have a lot of people there, look within. You don't have influence, you're not a leader. What do you need to do? That's okay, but first recognize it. Then you go, okay, what do I need to do to raise the roof over
Who
my
do I
head?
need to be and what do I need to do?
Right. So if you're unable to get 5, and then if you're getting better at leadership, let's say you got 5, right? Now, let's say you're better than that, and then you tell the 5 to pay it forward and influence 5. Now each one of them have influenced another 5. And you tell them the same thing. If you're really great and you just influence 5, have your 5 influence 5. What does that look like in the market center? So I'm gonna look first at the ALC and go, well, do you have 5 people on your committee? If you don't, you should have more than 5, by the way, because 5 is just the minimum standard. 5. If you don't have 5, look within, do something about that, right? Sit with us, leadership, we're all willing to help you. I believe if I was a committee leader, I'd have 5 plus. I think without a blinking an eye, I'd have 5. And then I probably press upon the 5 to go get another 5 and pay it forward and teach them how to be leaders. And as I'm training and helping them as well. By the way, you have us, so just as the agents are not coming into the classes, neither one of you guys are really tapping into the leadership portion anyway. So you go, oh, I want them to do this, but you don't do it, but you want them to do that. Well, honestly, you've got to plug in at such a high level, you've got to swing that pendulum way the other way in order to do that. Now, why is this important? Is it important just for the ALC? No, it's important to your business. Guess what? You're going to be able to influence people when you're in business. Isn't that important in your job?
Yes.
What about as a parent? Do you think that's important? Oh, by the way, do you think that that's important as a daughter? Or a son, or a niece, or a nephew? It affects everything. This is just wax on, wax off here. Think about it. This is just practice.
So I know 5 people or what?
And the
What are we
same
doing?
thing for our, so the
Five
same thing for
people.
our meetings every Thursday, like we're not having good numbers in here and we're trying to get everyone back. So if ALC come and they invite 5 agents, we will have good number in our meetings. Gary
We had-
put a great class last week and there was
We
no
had-
one here.
We had an agent that did 538 transactions last year, sharing and giving, and the office, I would expect that we would have filled up our 100 quota on Zoom, because it should have been lining up to hear how they grew their business at that level.
So Garrett needs to look at his leadership team, right, which is, his board of directors, it's you guys. And so it's like, okay, let's look at that. Let's look at this. What about you guys? Do you bring 5? You can't ask someone to bring 5 if you don't do it. So on and so forth. So, you know what I think? I think workshops are great. I think these ideas are great. But unless we address that, nothing matters.
I hear you. I failed, and I'm gonna do better.
I don't want to say that you failed. I don't want to say that.
But I'm doing better going forward.
No, that's not what so what I'd like to say is, I just want to bring awareness. So I just say, be aware. I don't think of it as a failure or a win. I actually think of awareness and not being aware. That's all. So, but
Thanks.
All of them. All right, financial, you guys have a minus 3 minutes, so you need to be quick.
Oh,
So you're gonna be very
it's me,
fast.
so I'm talking
Minus 4 minutes.
to me
We
and
good.
Veronica
Yeah.
and Iman, but I'm just gonna be quick, because I have no time. We didn't get to meet, we don't have old business, we haven't, I'm not prepared, I'm sorry. But I have my profit and loss, so that's. And that is, part of what our committee is about too, is, one of our goals is to have our agents have a working profit and loss. So, we want to go ahead and help others that don't have one, put one together, that's one of our goals. And what we do monthly is we review our office numbers, and it's open for everybody to come in. We are an open book company, and pretty much when we look at the numbers, we're able to see what we need to do, like if we need more classes for listings or for buyers or whatever, so that helps us work with other committees and ultimately meet the office goals is what we do. Make sure we're a profitable office and that our expenses are low. And that's pretty much it, is what we do. And if you want to be part of the financial committee, please join us. And we are planning on putting some classes together soon, hopefully, about financials. I normally do Dave Ramsey, which I haven't done, but I'll probably put that together soon, and we'll keep doing that. Any questions?
So our numbers tell the stories in our businesses and in our office, right? We can look at our numbers, we look at reports, and the numbers are the stories. It's what's working, what's not working, where we're at. You can't hide from numbers. It either is or it isn't. If you don't have numbers in your business, you don't have a business, right? So the financial committee is there to help build those numbers and have that going forward. Thank you, Ileana. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the open session. We're gonna be talking about their personal stuff, so we gotta kick everyone off Zoom and in here. Will you shut that down for us, Mike? I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in.